What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations. 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads, fathers, and male caregivers. It's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that movement, we've reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And as always, I like to say, you are blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, solution for someone's problem. And you're watching the last morning vibe for 2025. So,
Whoa.
co-host, Mr. Ryan Knight is in the house. What is up, Ryan Knight?
Hey, good to see you as always, Dr. Vibe. Appreciate getting to start mornings with you. And for those that might not remember where I'm from, one of the co-founders of the
No,
Afro
no, no.
Caribbean.
Where are you from? You're not from there.
Where am I from? I'll get to that. We'll talk about
All right,
that on
all
the
right. Okay,
breakdown.
okay,
But
okay,
yes,
okay.
one of the co-founders of the Afro Caribbean Business Network. We support entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage their business is in and help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. We've had some amazing achievements, I would say, this year. We'll probably talk about some of the announcements that we've made, but also I'm an entrepreneur. I run a company called Detailing Nights. We've been supporting entrepreneurs, or we've been providing mobile waterless car cleaning services, going to people's houses or their offices and cleaning their cars without water, running our youth entrepreneurship program, and also starting to franchise the company. So yeah, 2025 was filled with a lot of progress. I'll say milestones hit. But
Good.
before we get into that, how you been, brother?
I have been blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, solution for someone's problem. It's um, not doing as many live shows over this period of time. Like the last time I was live was Friday, but I didn't do any live shows over the weekend. We did repeats, and I don't do another live show till this Friday. So it's been interesting. People say, "Well, do you ever take breaks?" This is what I would in Dr. Vi's world is break time. Though
Yes.
Ryan asked me before we went live, "You've been taking some downtime," or even he messaged me last night. "Are you taking a break? Are we doing a show tomorrow?" I said, "Yes, we're doing a show tomorrow." But yeah, it's been good. How has
But
this
you
been?
always say a solution to other people's problems. Has there been any problem that you've been able to tackle in 2025 that you feel you've made good progress with
Wow, Night is coming out strong. Okay,
for
uh,
yourself? Yeah, like
for myself,
hmm,
I think okay. The first thing off my alleged mind, learning other platforms and softwares like this software
yeah,
here that we're
there was a
using.
whole switch that we did this year.
Yeah, so learning this platform, and I'm needing to learn another platform in the next week or so. Uh, that would mean that I'll have good knowledge of 3 different live streaming platforms, so it's good to learn this. This new one is different, like this
Hmm.
one was, so it's gonna be a learning curve, so I need to just, over the next few days, just focus on learning, do some test broadcasts on this new platform, and have more tools in my tool bag in regards to, so if clients come to me and say, "Hey, what one should I use?" Well,
Hmm.
there's this, or there's this, or if you want to, there may be something else. So learning more. So that's been one of the things right off the bat.
Gotcha. Is there any big comparisons between? Like, I know we were on Streamyard for the longest time, and then now this one,
Uh
the Mux.
Yeah,
Any
okay.
big
Great
differences?
question. As Dr. Tachi would say, there's no one platform that has everything.
Right.
Okay, so I still feel probably that StreamYard is probably the easiest user for
Right.
someone who's brand new. I would suggest StreamYard. Now, my suggestion, I don't tell people what to do, suggestion, they use StreamYard because it's very easy to use.
Right.
It doesn't have a
Yeah,
lot of
like an easy
things.
pick up and go kind
Yeah,
of.
there's a lot of additional things. Like if you're looking on this screen right now, there's some assets, we would call them live streaming assets, that
Mm.
you see on the screen. Like, for example, you're seeing the real time in Eastern time. We're broadcasting December 29th, 9:05. StreamYard doesn't have that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a number of different things. The best way maybe for me to put it is StreamYard is mainly for consumer, whereas EVMux is more for a producer.
Interesting.
Right?
Okay.
There's a lot of
Gotcha.
assets, but StreamYard over the last few months has been adding things like they've been adding a lot of different things to their platform that some I can use, some like right now, StreamYard is the big
Hmm.
advantage that if you're a StreamYard user, if you go live, and especially if you go on live on YouTube, you
Okay.
can stream vertical and horizontal.
Ah, gotcha, gotcha.
Now
But
people
then
are
the
saying
vertical, because that's usually YouTube's like,
yeah,
short.
YouTube is usually across like but you it also allows you to do this. Now now people go, oh, what's the big thing about that? When you broadcast vertical, it not only broadcast it on your YouTube account, but it also when you're doing the vertical, it
Mhm.
broadcasts you live on your shorts feed.
Yeah, because then it becomes like a long form short.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it
that's the
will be
best way of
live.
putting it. The short. So with shorts, it it's not algorithm based. It's just up there.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
it's just put on there. So bang,
Gotcha.
and it will increase your viewer count
Very,
for your YouTube show. Like so, I see.
very
Okay, so
cool.
in the house already, Fitness IQ Cam says Monin. Also, I did that again this weekend. So it increases your viewer count. Now
Oh,
there's a pro and con of this. Now I do it
mm,
for Primetime Saturday with Isha and Lala. What has happened there? Okay, you did this. Yes, you did this weekend. That we're getting a lot of trolls.
oh no. Gotcha.
On
Yeah,
tonight's
yeah.
show that deals with social political issues, but
True. Yeah,
we
yeah.
had our highest viewer count for a live well the live show and the replay the after the live show finished ever last well no two shows ago.
Right,
It was
right,
just
right.
crazy the amount of views.
Yeah.
But you have to be
Okay, so it's like pushing
managing
that.
trolls.
Right,
All
right.
right, look at this. Yes. Fitness IQ Cam, landscape and portrait view. Yes. Good morning, Opal inspired. Hope you are fine and safe. Uh, and she goes, yes, the trolls are wild. LOL.
Oh
So
wow.
if you're willing to go that route, you go
Got
that
you.
route.
And quick shout out. I don't know if I mentioned to you, I got to meet Opal in person
Yes,
because
you
she
do.
had,
You
did I
finally
mention?
washed your mobile. Yes.
Yes. So Shay Opal, it was great getting to meet, I guess, a viewer, and she had won one of the free car washes that we were giving away with Detailing Nights as we were doing some giveaways throughout the year. So it was great getting to see you in person as
Nice.
you always
Nice.
interact just
Great.
online.
Well done. Yeah, actually just if you haven't, please follow her site because she just came back from a trip to London, England, and she was doing some vlogging in London,
Nice,
England.
nice.
So it's
Okay,
quite
yeah.
cool.
Check that.
Yeah, she goes, Opal Inspire, wow, congrats. Trolls mean doing great stuff. You know, that's my and I agree with that.
Uh,
That's why a lot of people say, oh, I can't stand the trolls, I can't troll the trolls. You know what? They're paid they're for some reason you must be doing something that's catching people's interest.
right.
Well, think about
Yeah,
it that
because they're
way.
spending time to engage with you. So,
Thank you very much. Agreed 100%.
yes.
Opal inspired in that regards. I don't mind the trolls. Now, when they get out of hand, I just block them. I don't always have to
Exactly.
block. I don't. You can either block or you don't even need to pay. You don't even pay attention to them.
Right.
If they're not coming with, that's just that's the way I approach them. Doesn't mean everyone does the same thing. But when I have the trolls thing, it doesn't bother me. I just it either just leave them in their comments and do their doing, or if they get offensive, we just block them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we just block them and say, kick them out. Just use the block. Like, look at this. Look at
Yeah.
this. Hi Ryan, it was super great meeting you. Made my oh my gosh, it's the Ryan
It's-
Oneil Knight fan club. It made my day.
I
Mm,
appreciate that.
Ryan Knight is making people's day.
Yeah, and I know we had brainstormed about doing a live episode of the Morning Vibe. So
You know what?
we have to figure out 2026.
Interesting you mentioned that. I was speaking with someone over the holidays that wants to do that. He says that he had mentioned to me he has a space in downtown Toronto that he's looking at. I'm saying, let's collaborate and see. I definitely, one of the spaces I'd like to look at for a live is there's a restaurant called the Avenue.
Right. The one in Scarborough. Or is it
that's a place to check. They have a large space that we could maybe do that. Let me just see. Fitness IQ says, how do you block them? And she goes, but it wasn't that bad. Well, if I'm correct, Fitness IQ Cam, you use StreamYard. All you need to do is when you go to their comment in StreamYard, there's 3 dots, and it gives you the option of put the person on hold, block, or something else. But you can block them.
Gotcha.
You can block them on YouTube from StreamYard. That I know for sure. 100% that you can block them 100%. So that is 100% possible. All right, let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, Ryan seems to be in control of today's show, so I'm just gonna let him run things, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Watch Black Canada Talking live on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern, where Cesar and Dima Musa gives his takes and POVs on news stories from a Black Canadian perspective. You won't want to miss it.
Watch Primetime Saturdays on Saturdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, where Aisha K. Staggers and Laura Lalaki try to make sense of the nonsense in American politics and culture.
I can't forget Cesar, can't forget Aisha and Lala, 2 of the family on the Dr. Vibe journey. I think I will call it journey. That's the best way to call it. All right, some quick things. Please subscribe to the Dr. Vibe show on YouTube and hit the notification button. So I got to put it out there. Thank you as we come to the end of the year. And I've mentioned 1 or 2 times over the last week where I'm clean over 2,000 subscribers. Thanks to everyone out there. It's a journey, not a race. And I would like to thank everyone who watches, you taking your time to spend with us or myself on other platforms. Now the goal is I'm already over 2020. So next up is 2030. So I'm going to keep on pushing. So a lot of people that watch us, whether live in the replay, you don't subscribe. And my question is there a reason? If there isn't, subscribe. If you do subscribe already, tell other people about it. Also follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. Join the Discord group. You can email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com or click on that link. To advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms that we are on or I am on, please email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And cannot forget Dr. Tache, Dr. Tachi, Indie Soup TV, independent content creators platform, over 28,000 subscribers in about 2 years. A lot of this content you'll see there. So you can catch, there's the YouTube address, there is the website, and that is that. Now, people are saying, well, what's the difference? So, and I think you may be able to do this in StreamYard, but something like this. So we want to thank everybody for their support this year. So we got a little banner going on at the top here for thanking everybody. I got to put it on. I thought it was already on. It's in my production screen. There we go. There we go. So we got that little thank you scrolling on the top.
Gotcha.
And then Fitness IQ Cam says, Dr. Vibe, I need you to make me one of those. One of what? Like those are you talking about those little 15-second things? You got to be more specific.
Probably the AI shoutouts.
And she goes, I was about to say what banner? LOL. Yeah, that's one thing. Doing this on my own, I do have my moments where I'm trying to multi-purpose. Oh, she goes, yes. So the 15-second things. All right, thank you. But can you be more specific in your initial would it save me having to ask the question? But that's all right. That's all right. That works. That works. That works. All right. So there we go. So you see, we got a little banner going on, a little fancy little thing supporting 2025. It's appreciated and not taken for granted. Best wishes in 2026. So we'll just run that for a little bit. Ryan, it sounds you came to today's show with things you wanted to chat about. So I'm going to let you roll because it sounds like,
Well, I'm curious. So I'm a
oh,
big
you're curious. Uh-oh.
movie fan, TV buff. So I'm not sure how much TV or movies you watch, but was there any movie this year that you watched that people need to see if they haven't seen it in the new year, or a TV show?
One of the TV, now there's a series called Frontline, and it's
Oh, I have not
produced
seen
by
it.
PBS in the United States. And earlier on in the year, they talked about 47 and his abuse of power. I
Ah,
thought it was very, 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 very Frontline at PBS. I respect a lot of stuff that PBS does. It was, and the thing is, this was done a few days before they got their funding cut from the federal government, and
ooh,
they still went ahead with it.
damn, right. Well, isn't that like 60 Minutes? They bowed to the pressure of not releasing about the exporting that was happening to, was it Ecuador or Colombia?
Yes,
And
yes.
then they, I guess it got stopped, but they still were able to release it on like YouTube and stuff.
There were parts of it released in on YouTube. Yeah, I did catch that, but I have to admit I'm not a huge movie person, and
Gotcha.
there's not a lot of other people's content I really check out. So I'm not the best person to get recommendations on
Well,
movies.
you know
So
what?
interesting
You
enough,
just
I did get a gift over the holiday season to go see a movie pass, popcorn, and all that. So the question will be, what movies should
oh,
Doctor Vibe
okay.
see?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the new Avatar just came out, so I'm not sure if you had seen Avatar originally.
I've heard it's 3 hours long.
Well, we, because my daughter and my son hadn't seen it either, so we actually watched that over the last couple days. So the first Avatar, and then the second one, Avatar: Way of Water. They enjoyed it, even though they're definitely long. The first one's 2 hours and 45 minutes. The second one's 3 hours 15 minutes, and then the third one's over 3 hours.
Wow.
So the third one now, Fire and Ash. So when that comes on Prime, we're gonna check it out. But yeah, I was shocked that they were able to sit through the two 3 hour ish movies. But you know, James Cameron, he knows how to keep you engaged with how the story flows. Because there's some movies that is only an hour and it feels like it's 5 hours because it's just not paced well, you know. But yeah, they know what they're doing with their whole
so,
directing.
so you went to see the movie.
Yeah, yeah, we watched it at home. We ordered it on Prime Video.
Okay. And would you recommend it?
I would. It's like pure fantasy, right? So there's some movies where like there's a TV show. Um, oh my gosh, which one were we watching recently? Well, the one that hooked us was the Diddy documentary. So certain documentaries where it's about real life, where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, but then this one is just pure fantasy. You're just okay. Let take you to Pandora, the world that it's based in, and just I say it to my son because we'll look at each other when some wild thing is happening. It's like suspension of belief. It's like when you're in.
What is this, a term, suspension of belief? I haven't heard this one.
So
This is a
this
new
is
thing?
where if you're watching a TV show or a movie, and what's happening is so unrealistic. They say the moviegoer has to suspend their belief. Like you have to just engulf yourself in the movie and allow yourself to let it take you where it's taking you, and not try to analyze everything and be like, oh, that can't happen or that's unrealistic. So it's that suspension of belief that allows you to
Okay.
enjoy a
Okay.
TV show or a movie.
All right. Just gonna catch up here. Fitness IQ Cam is on you and her are on me this morning. I've been asking you to make one for me. Okay, I will make you one. frequency event promotions. We had a conversation over the last few days too. Greetings, salutations, just checking in now. Ryan, did I hear you coming out with a TV show?
Not me.
And Fitness IQ Cam says frequency event promotion says greetings to Fitness IQ Cam. She says Avatar was not that bad. She says long ta blank. But it's always been no. That's what I understand about
every
the
single
Avatar
one is
movies.
long.
They're not short.
Yeah.
And then I should have known it was going to be longer than norm.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so my daughter thought that it was actually connected to the other Avatar, the Last Airbender series. So that's where, because it has the same name, right? So we had to explain that it's two different universes. Then we started to see some similarities. So it was interesting seeing how they're using the elements. And of course, Avatar, the Last Airbender is all about the four main elements. So wind, fire, water, and earth. And now Avatar.
Hold on. Then there must be some Earth, Wind, and Fire music in it too. Come on, Wind, Fire, Earth.
See, James, maybe there's elements I didn't hear it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Weren't they touring? Did Earth, Wind, and Fire? They're still touring a bit. I thought I saw.
They are.
Concerts happening.
Yes, they are. 100%. I want to also say Happy Kwanzaa to everybody too. I haven't heard as much going on with Kwanzaa this year as in the past. I don't see as much in my feeds as I in the past. So I'm speaking.
Well, the organizations that are usually put on the event, so CAFCAN, JCA, Blackhurst, Dinka Farms.
Yes.
I did see they were doing their traditional.
Okay, then that's good to hear. I hadn't seen, not to say that I'm paying attention to a lot of things.
I have it here.
I'm so focused on.
So today's what day? The 29th. So 29th is Ujamaa. So this is going to be celebrate Ujamaa by supporting Black-owned businesses and entrepreneurs, shop local, circulate dollars within the Black community, and build meaningful traditions with loved ones. Share your experience on social media using hashtag GTA Ujamaa Kwanzaa and inspire others to do the same. Nice.
Okay.
And then tomorrow they're actually going to be celebrating Nia in Scarborough. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, something's happening every day for Kwanzaa.
All right. Good stuff is still going on. Good to hear that there's stuff that is still going on out there. Weather.
You love the heavy rain, switch to freezing rain, switch to piles of water on the road. It was some because remember now, so just a couple of days ago it had snowed heavy, and so a lot of the sewer grates are blocked with snow, and then this rain to come, a lot of it was just piling up on the roads. So
well, this is the thing. If you didn't shovel your snow before the rain hit yesterday, yay, you're gonna break your back.
Right.
Trying to shovel it because it is no joke.
Yeah.
And then now it's probably the temperature's going to drop, so it's going to freeze.
Yes.
So for people in the GTA, make sure you buy your salt your driveway, make sure it's going to be slippery out there. But it's weird because it's weird to see how much people have time off. I see a lot of people are back to work today, but I know the school isn't back to next week. I know a lot of people are off till next week. It's really funny the way the holidays are going, but I do like it because if I have to go out, there's less traffic.
Right. And so since Christmas and New Year's is Thursday this year, next year is going to be on a Friday. So people are already posting and celebrating that the holidays is happening on the Friday because that gives you right into the long weekend.
Man, they must be there must be an interesting life. They're already looking forward to next year. They're talking about, we haven't finished this year yet.
Yes.
But there is, okay, so a little bit of a backtrack. So last Friday, we were supposed to have Dr. Tachi on to talk about the year 2026 media tech and pop culture predictions. Didn't happen. She couldn't make it. Ryan couldn't make it, and then Roger Dundas came in about half an hour through. I will be speaking with Dr. Tachi to find out when she's available this month to do it, because I've just got to check with him. But this Friday we've got Wayne, and then Monday I don't think we have him, but the following Friday we have Carolyn. And for everyone, Carolyn Nicole, who been a great supporter and always brings great nutrition information, she'll be moving from every second Monday to every second Friday.
Gotcha.
In the new year. And also Monday, actually, I've got to reach out. Donovan Ralph Martin's schedule will be on Monday, and then so we've got the first opening of the month is bam. Like this time it's bam. So we got more stable regular contributors once a month coming on. We also will have Casey and Bradfield coming on, I believe, the third Monday of each month for a little while, talking about affordable housing and housing in general in Canada. Right. And we also have Emma on. So not too many open spaces, but there is space for people to come on if they want to come on and join the party. Let's see. Fitness IQ Cam, this year is practically done. Agreed? But let's end the year lovely. Thank you for your permission to do that. Excellent. We like that. We like you to have control, which you like to have on the show. But yeah, we're doing that. I got other things if you want to chat about.
Sure. I mean, there was one thing that I had heard about. I wasn't sure how I missed this. I'm curious if you heard about it. That reparations for the Tulsa race massacre were announced in June.
Yeah, it's nice that they're announced. When are they going to get there?
Yeah, well, I'm curious if it was announced. Yeah, what's been...
I haven't heard anything of that yet.
Really? Because
I have not heard anything. No. I don't know if that's gone through. I'll just do a really quick check. Okay, I did see something here. $105 million reparations package for Tulsa race. Yeah, okay, I do see something. This is back in June, yes.
Right.
Okay, the plan of the first large-scale attempt. Okay, so that site is blocking me unless I'm a subscriber, so let's go to this site. Here we go. The mayor of Tulsa, Oklahoma has unveiled reparations plan for the descendants of the Tulsa race massacre, as well as the neighborhood area once known as Black Wall Street. On the first official Remembrance Day, Mayor Monroe Nicholas's plan, dubbed Road to Repair, centers on a private trust tasked with raising $105 million of assets before June 1st, 2026. So it's been announced. We'll see if that's what I mean.
Actively raising the money.
Yes. Under the plan, a housing fund would receive $24 million from the Trust for Housing and Home or Benefits from Race Massacre Descendants. A cultural preservation fund would get $60 million to reduce blight and implement parts of the master plan for Kirkpatrick and Greenwood neighborhoods in North Tulsa. And the Legacy Fund would receive $21 million to develop a trust-owned land and finance scholarships for descendants and economic development grants in the area. So yes, we'll see if that comes through.
Right, because remember there was a big talk about the reparations that California was supposed to...
Yeah, that hasn't gone really anyway.
Yeah.
Right, and then so Frequency Event Promotions goes, congrats in advance to Dr. Vibe and Ryan with the show segments coming up in 2026. January, they'll be coming out throughout the year. So thank you right back. As Fitness IQ Cam like me, when do they get it? Yeah, exactly.
It's not even
who's going to be administrating it?
Right.
Right? And she goes KMT to that. Man, Fitness IQ Cam is on fire this morning with her. She must have you had a good sleep. Fitness IQ Cam, you're on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I wanted to ask you about. So this is in your lane, so to speak. Black entrepreneurship growth.
Right.
Where does it stand at the end of 2025? What were some things from your lens that went on have been going on with Black entrepreneurship growth? Outcomes from the Black Entrepreneurship Loan Fund, an ecosystem fund, and scale up of tech, fintech, creative, and green economy startups. So talk to us.
It's like there's a lot there.
That's why we go down your lap.
Right. There's definitely been progress. So I would say more so in Black founders in tech, because there's multiple avenues that tech founders can get support with, whether it's Dream Legacy Foundation and DMZ with their Black Innovation Fellowship, Nobellum with their trying to get, I think, 100 Black founders, and they surpassed that. So congrats to them. BFN, the Black Founders Network, them supporting Black tech founders with partnership from the University of Toronto. So tech definitely had a lot of support. When you look at product-based or brick and mortar services, not as much. I mean, the Black Entrepreneurship Program had ended. So 2025, there was no real support from the federal government other than the Black Loan Program. So the FACE Coalition still had the loan program going out. They have their report out about, I think, 50 million. They reported that they were able to disperse. So that...
Okay, can I politely interrupt here?
Yeah.
In that, have you seen the report?
Yes.
Okay, do they list the people that have received the money?
No, I don't know if they'd be able to do that.
There's a hiccup there then.
Yeah. And they should do a celebration or a spotlight on those that got supported, but
I'm not saying.
That would probably have to come from, because when people do testimonials,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying
they would have to collect testimonials on that.
Like you can say you put money out there, but can you show who got it?
That's what I was saying. Like that might not be possible because that's privacy stuff, but still you could collect testimonials so you can see who's getting it. And they typically have some testimonials on their Instagram page, but similar to all the banks that have their Black loan programs. So I was actually documenting the percentage of success from a person going to different loan programs. So FACE Coalition had under 1% success. CIBC, CIBC based on how many applicants.
Say that again.
Yeah, so they had under 1%. Black Opportunity Fund, they have just under 10% success rate. The CIBC, they have less than 1%. RBC had actually 0.5% success rate. TD, didn't really have a specific loan program attached to it. So they funded other programs, but their own one didn't have any data. BMO had just under 15%. Actually, they had the most successful.
Wow.
15% is the most successful rate. This is pretty interesting. Scotiabank had actually 0%. So that was quite interesting to see. Scotiabank had 0%. And then our loan program, it was 26% success rate based on how many people applied that got it. And then who else was there? Alterna, I couldn't see specifics. I couldn't find out how many people applied for the Alterna BDC program. And Futurepreneur, they didn't put out how many people applied, so I couldn't get, but they say they've given out 110 million. So FACE Coalition was 50 million. Futurepreneur was 110 million. And then also this year, there was the announcement that the Black Entrepreneur Program was renewed. So that includes the Black Knowledge Hub, the Black Ecosystem, which ACBN had got funded through that, and the Black Loan Program getting extended for the next 5 years. So we'll see, what that brings about.
I hear those numbers you're sharing. It doesn't sound that inspiring.
No, I wouldn't say so. And remember, for those
if I'm one of those corporations with 1%, I just go. But again, knowledge like that has to be shared with the greater Black environment, because we have to say, hey, what's going on here? And there has to be pressure or advocacy saying we need better numbers. How do we get better numbers?
Absolutely.
Right. That Like I'm hearing some people 0%. Like,
Like,
that reinforces
clearly
a
they're not
lot of
taking it serious.
individuals. I'm not saying
Yeah.
banks are, something's not aligning. Something is not missing here. Let me just, frequency of rent promotions goes with those results, refunding success. What does the numbers really interpret?
Yeah, because it exposes the actual gap, because before the argument was, okay, black entrepreneurs don't have access to capital. So the big push was to expose more capital to black entrepreneurs. Now that the door is open, is to say, are black entrepreneurs prepared to access
There
capital?
we go.
And that's the part that the ecosystem fund was supposed to support. So we're supposed to get entrepreneurs prepared, but they released the whole program in reverse. So first there should have been a knowledge hub, so that as activity is happening, you're gathering the data and can make better decisions. Then the ecosystem partners would be able to use that data to create the proper preparedness for entrepreneurs. And then that would prepare them for the type of funding that they need. It could be a term loan like the loan program. It could be lines of credit like Black Opportunity Fund. It could be investment like equity investment. So it shouldn't have been just one solution, but they actually launched the loan program first, then launched the ecosystem, and then launched the data, the knowledge hub. So it created a very fragmented way to support black entrepreneurs because it was done in reverse. So hopefully now that we kind of saw that happen, we're going into the renewal, we'll be able to actually roll it out properly so that we can support entrepreneurs better. But that's where it depends on how people define success. Is success that there's access to funds? Then yes, there is access to funds, and the banks announce their funds, so money is flowing, it's there, but are people actually getting access to it?
Access and getting are two different things.
That exactly, like the door is open, but are they actually letting people in? It's because there's still this is what people need to understand, is it doesn't matter what you call this program, what banks announce. It could have the greatest name and say it supports whoever, but it all comes down to the underwriter. The underwriter's job is to minimize risk for the bank at all costs. And so if they perceive a black entrepreneur as higher risk, and even justified if they don't have collateral, if they are in professional services, so they are the key man, the key person, if they don't have employees and have built the business in a way that actually can operate without them, they are high risk. So we have to now figure out, how do we prepare entrepreneurs so that they approach a bank and encounter an underwriter and they are not high risk. So that's the part that the ecosystem has to do better, because yeah, as it is today, the research that we've done, it shows there's various reasons why entrepreneurs are deemed high risk when they're trying to go to the bank, and that part has to be addressed.
We all of us have to realize banks are in business to make money, right? They want to make sure that they get their ROI, the return on their investment. I'm sure there are some people, unfortunately, that thought, oh, loan fund, I can just get money, not have to pay back. No.
Yeah, that's a total misconception.
Yeah, I believe, I'm gonna be honest here. You may shout me down. There are some people that should not be entrepreneurs. They're not ready. And I'm saying in a lot of different areas. The dream is big, but the facts are there. When I know that between you and I, and I'm sure the other people here, there are people who, yes, it's good to have a dream, but you got to have your finances right, and you got to have a good business plan. And entrepreneurship is getting more challenging. It's getting more. Look, life is getting more challenging. Family, that includes entrepreneurship.
Yes.
That means that I don't see as many people getting into entrepreneurship. I see more people, but I think preparation is key. Preparation is so key, and especially on the financial aspect, really important. Now, frequency event promotion says, I think that is the bingo. Are entrepreneurs better prepared to apply and thrive? Also says, finance IQ can goes, access to funds, how, financing or grants. Finance IQ Cam goes, I mean, most businesses are high risk. Okay, so what methods do you think, Ryan, to help them? And she says, you're 100% right, Dr. Vibe. On what? Again, your general statement on what? I have a feeling I know what you're saying,
Yes.
but I need to know what exactly you're saying on what.
Mm.
That entrepreneurship isn't easy, and it's even more difficult,
But
right?
one thing I would push back on is that entrepreneurship skills can be taught. So a lot of times a person might not be running their business well. They just need better guidance, and then they need the wherewithal to listen and actually take that information and execute. One, they usually don't have guidance from somebody that can show them the proper steps to run their business better. So they're really like, I mean, we start companies and we're winging it to start with. Like, usually we're just trying to feel our way, like a blind person in the dark. And
Sure.
mm,
I agree, though. You have to be willing to, first of all,
mm,
know that you need help.
true,
That's the
exactly,
first thing, acknowledging that you need help and then be willing to ask for help.
exactly.
And then also realize if that person knows more than you, even if they've done it one day longer than yourself, they're the expert.
And be willing to take that advice. Yeah, that the guidance is what is usually lacking. So one, like, we have to produce, it's like, more successful entrepreneurs that are willing, I want to say mentor, but willing to share the game plan or the templates, because
I do whatever I can with people. The funny thing
mm,
is people don't ask because again, and it's
mm,
interesting now because the last time Wayne Harris was on, we were having our conversation here that it's funny because in the entrepreneurship area, a number of people are afraid to ask for help. But
mhm.
now look in the job space, there's a number of people who have lost their jobs that are not willing to admit that they've lost their
Oh
jobs.
wow, right? That's crazy.
Like I was having a conversation over, I mentioned this on Friday with a gentleman who knows a number of C-level black male executives have been let go,
Gotcha.
having to downsize.
Mm,
This
yep.
is C-suite executives gone,
You see
gone.
that?
Right? So it's not only happening in the entrepreneur space,
Mm.
but also in the job space. You gotta ask for help. And you again, relationships are everything. Yes, people say connections. I believe in relationships because it's not what people say about you, it's what they say about you when you're not there.
Yeah, very true. Yes.
Right. Another point here, frequency of air promotions goes Dr. Vibe. I'm curious, what was the name of the statistician you had on a few? His Dr. Pierre, Justice Justine. So Justine Pierre is his name, I
Right.
believe. That's his name. All right. Fitness IQ, come in. First two words, you can take care of Ryan. And she says, you have to have tough skin when it comes to entrepreneurship. Absolutely. And how
Mhm.
long will it take? Entrepreneurship is a long game. It's not a short game.
Absolutely. And that's where the guidance is so key, because it's the long game. You can't just do quick things and get a quick fix. It's discipline, step by step. The machine has to be optimized. And a lot of times entrepreneurs, they might get a bit of success, but it's not consistent. And so that fizzles away, or they hit a trend and they make some money, but the actual business doesn't have a strong foundation. So now when they're ready to take that next step and they need capital, they're not prepared to bring in the capital properly.
Well, it's a good point. And also, frequency of promotions goes, you are right. Entrepreneurship can be taught. It's just, are you willing to listen and learn?
That's
Right.
it.
And
And you asked the question earlier about the between loans and grants.
yes,
We want to strengthen the right muscle, because grants gives the false sense of, oh, I got
you
this
say
money
it
for
over
free.
and over again.
But this is where we need to connect it into the ecosystem properly, because look, at the Ontario government has a specific grant for black entrepreneurs, the raise one.
Yep.
And then you have the Black Entrepreneur Program at the federal level that has the loan program and the ecosystem,
Yep.
yet the two are not connected. So if there was a way to fill the gaps, entrepreneurs could get access to grants to help them get a good foundation and then be able to connect into other capital that will keep them helping to grow. That to me is a cohesive ecosystem. But you have one program over here that doesn't talk to this program over here. So people might get a grant here, but they're not really prepared to grow their business because the operations aren't optimized. We have to connect. There's a lot of assets, a lot of puzzle pieces that are just not connected yet.
Well, and homage to one of my all-time mentors, Dr. Louis March. He said, "It's the funding Olympics out there."
Well, this isn't about,
because I know so many people. Oh, I got to apply for this. I got to apply for this. They're all over the place. They're spending more time funding than actually building their business.
Yeah, that I agree with. Yes,
You know, in the house, Ray McMillan, as always, one of our great members of the family, says, "Good morning, gentlemen." Agreed, Ryan. Guidance is key. I also think having a corporate job in the field you intend to launch into would also help the journey tremendously.
Right. Yeah. Because you learn infrastructure, you learn what it takes for a corporation to run or a business to run.
Yeah. Building on what Ray says is that if you have a job, what can you adapt if you're looking to get into entrepreneurship? What can you adapt? What are the best practices that they are teaching you or requiring you to do that you can do for yourself?
Okay.
You know, many years ago when I worked at TELUS Mobility, there were so many things that I learned in regards to training, presentation, communication that I learned from that I incorporated into my almost like an AI. They were my AI in some ways. They were my AI teacher, and I shaped it into my own learning language model. So I agree 100%, Ray, with that. Frequency of Poston says, yes, real job experience is key. I agree with you, Ray. And it doesn't matter what area it is, because there are basic things, this is just my thought, in every job that are standard, that are across the board, aka customer service. In a lot of ways, that's almost involved in a lot of jobs, dealing with people.
Absolutely. Like principles of business operations, just foundational elements. A lot of times those things are missing.
Yeah, those sort of things, because we have to remember, before someone buys your product or service, they're buying you.
Right. And are you able to present yourself?
Yeah. Right. They're buying you. Right. Because, hey, money is not easy to make these days. I can only speak for myself. When I spend my money, I want to feel good about what I'm spending it on and who's selling it to me, whether it's product or service. And if I go where I get good service, actually, it was interesting. I've had the same, it's a same sort of example. I've had the same doctor for over 25, 30 years.
Right.
I've only had 3 mechanics in my life.
Gotcha.
Right. Those consistency. Man, this comes up. I was having a conversation with some people on the weekend. Back in my grade 9 days, we had a class called Consumer Education.
Okay.
It's a great course. And crazier, I remember the teacher's name, Mr. Patrick, and he told us 3 key people to know in your life: your key bank manager, good relationship with a plumber, and a good relation with a mechanic.
Gotcha.
I think that's key. Knowing those 3 people, having a good person in each one of those areas, 100%. Look at this. Fitness IQ is being honest with us now. I definitely probably said need to delegate tasks. Yeah. There we go.
We need to learn how to bring on team members. Too many people in our network, and I'm talking about ACBN, are solopreneurs or less than 5 employees and don't really understand the process to onboard talent or to search talent and bring. And a lot of times we don't pursue it because we feel like we can't afford people, or we've brought on a person before and then they didn't work out, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to do everything on my own. We have to get through that And that's one big thing I would say ACBN we've shifted is the ability to help entrepreneurs bring on team members. And now figuring out like what hiring grants there are, like how do we use our microloan fund to get team members into a person's business that will actually help them increase their revenue and sales. So then you can bring on more team members. So that's a big shift for us that I realized we weren't doing well is how do we get entrepreneurs to actually build teams to help them grow?
As Straight Nantucket you can was dominating things today. Me need Delroy to brainstorm with LOL. So if people don't know who Delroy is the name she has for her chat GPT.
Gotcha.
Well, this is what I share with people, especially solopreneurs. I say, okay, simple process. I say, do you want to grow your business? Yes. Most of them say yes. One or two say no, which is another conversation. and I say, okay. Then I say, my suggestion is you decide who's the best person to grow the business. If it's you, then you have to, then my suggestion is take a look at the 3 things that take up the most of your time and farm those out to other people. So you can get time to really drive the business to where you want to drive it to. If it's not you who's the best person, then you still have to reach out and get people, a salesperson to drive up the sales or the revenue.
Absolutely. I always ask people, what would your business look like if you had 6 strong A players in your company? Just imagine those 6 people all working with you to just drive your company forward. And a lot of times the business will get to somewhere that you can't even imagine right now because you've been doing it by yourself this whole time. And then the next question is, okay, let's go find that first person. It's like, if we can get you to have this dream team that you can envision, your company will explode. So we have to really have a purposeful process to bring in the next best person. And a lot of times entrepreneurs just don't have that process on how to find good talent and figure out how to afford them.
Well, the thing is, I'm gonna go back on that and say again, they have to admit that they need to do it.
Well, that's the thing. Like if they don't want team members, that hey, I know where your ceiling is, and I'll help.
And you know what I say? I say no problem. But I say to entrepreneurs these days, look at this. I definitely want to find that first person. Okay, there you go. You want to find that
sign up for the ACBN hiring grant so that we can get you at least the next person in the next couple weeks. That is what we're launching. We launched it, but it's going to start.
Yeah, this is the thing that, and even if you get, okay, I was chatting with a successful entrepreneur a few months ago, and she was telling me that she does everything herself. I go, why? So, man, the people I hired, they're this, that, the other thing. And I said, but unfortunately, nothing is guaranteed, right? You can't control, like you have to, all you can do if you're having people on your team is, this is one I learned from one of my major mentors. These days, you want to be relational, not transactional. But again, it goes into the hiring process. What are they bringing to the table? And also find out what are they looking forward to do? What do they want to achieve? And how can you, as a person who's working with them, how you can help them get what they want? Because if you get what they want, they probably work hard to get what you want. But of course, the employee pool is challenging out there, absolutely. And sometimes you have to go through some duds to get the shining diamond.
That is 100% like probability is 100% you're gonna go through bad
to get to good.
I'm
also going to put it another end of this, and actually, you were at this event. We went to an event. It's probably about 2 or 3 years ago, where we were at a golf country club. Very nice lunch, and the conversation was 2 hours. The first hour was, how do you get good employees? And the second part was, how do you keep good employees?
Yes.
So if you have good team members, don't think they're going to be around forever, because if they're good, other people are probably chasing after them.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Or some of the stories we heard were just life happened.
Incredible.
Like you're going to have to manage it.
Right. and like that was 2 hours of value and lived experience from people at high levels. And don't think that you're an entrepreneur. The people who are high up, they don't got these challenges. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yes, they do. And a lot of times it's at a bigger level. So
Right.
definitely there are things out there. And again, people, as I said, the best way to get ahead in life is ask questions.
Right. Right.
It shows you where you stand and where you need to go. It is the best way to get ahead is to just ask questions. So, there's a whole list of things I want to talk about, but but again, the whole team space, you know, I think entrepreneurs this day have it's time versus money. And right now, which one do you value more? And a lot of people don't want to give up the money, but the thing is, if you had more time,
Mm.
you could probably I have a feeling you could generate more money. You could focus on where you need to improve. And using your AI sources, you can do that also. But still, you want to be the face of the company. And that when you first, as an entrepreneur, when you first meet, people say, well, I don't know what to tell them. I go, you got your story.
Right.
You got your story. That's all you have. And again, they're gonna look at you. Look at Fitness IQ Cam, Mafia versus Time. I know what she means by that. I know what she means by that. But all you have is yourself, and all you have is a story. And
Right.
you've got to be able to engage and get attention in a short period of time. So and
Absolutely.
also my a gentleman I'm respecting a lot who's helping me a lot, a guy named Kirk Nugent. He says, have you Googled yourself lately?
Ah, interesting.
Right? If you put your name in Google, do you show up first? Do you show up consistently? And I was on a live stream with him a few weeks ago, and I think I mentioned it. And he just said, okay, Dr. Vibe, let's Google you. And almost the whole page was right, but there was about the fifth entry was IMDb, the Dr. Vibe show. I'm going, IMDb?
What?
Internet Movie Database. So he said, let's check this out. And it had all the wrong information for the Dr. Vibe show. He said, Dr. Vibe,
Ooh.
what you need to do is contact and say, hey, this is not my show. This is the right information. But he said, other than that, you are listed well. Because again, these days when most people meet you for the first time, after you finish, what are they going to do? They're going to go online.
They're gonna type it in. Yep.
They're going to see what is listed about you. So Freedom Event Promotion says there are ways to test job talent where the job talent are get paid and you are the employer get paid too. Yes. And Frequency Event Promotion goes, Ryan, before you go, thanks for making Monday and Friday start off right. He wants something. He wants something from me. You know that.
Hey, we want our mugs. I thought
Oh,
we
no. Okay. So, okay. Now, I did speak with Frequency Event Promotions
okay.
over the holiday. He said that there was a tagline that he had given you and he didn't know if you liked it or not, or you weren't sure about it. And I said, okay, I would ask you about it. So did you give him a tagline
What did we
to
say?
put
It
on the
was
mug?
start your morning with the right vibe or something?
If it is, but if that's it, if you're good with that, I will tell him when we're finished today and he can go ahead with and get the mugs done.
Let's
Are you
go.
going with that?
Yes. That is fine.
Okay. There you go, Frequency of Emotions. There you go. So we'll have in the next
Right.
few weeks, we'll have mugs. Maybe we'll do giveaway of mugs. Ah!
Yes, yes.
And our pictures are going to be on the mugs, Mr. Event Promotions. Talk to us. But yeah, there's
Nice.
so many things. Actually, for people who are on here right now,
Hmm.
is your year ending better than it started?
Gotcha.
And people go, well, that's a very broad question. I know it, but I'll just put it out there. Is your year ending better than it started? Or what are you excited about for 2026? Or are you excited? Now, what are you excited about 2026?
Well,
Fitness
that's
IQ
a
Camp,
great question.
giveaway. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Actually, there is a platform that I've been on somewhat regularly over the last year. I've won 2 giveaways from that platform. And one of them,
Nice.
this gentleman is so funny. The live stream was going. I came in, I'd say in the last 20 minutes, and they were doing a giveaway, and I won.
Nice, right?
And it's actually a gem. I should actually it's setting up a website without coding, a really advanced web, and I haven't had a chance to look at it during the holiday period. So I've got to get at it and speak
Mm.
this and maybe bring him on. But always definitely look at this freaking members. Dr. Vibe YouTube, we want you to send your flowers. So, well, you sent Ryan first, so you sent the important person first. But that's okay. That's okay.
But like you said, the question is, did 2025 happen the way that you wanted to? Because did you create a plan in 2024? So that's one thing that we're doing going into 2026 with ACBN is encouraging people to build out their plan for
Oh, you
2026.
know what? Maybe that
Don't let it happen by accident.
maybe that's a show we do, but the way things are scheduled this month. So if Wayne comes on Friday,
Well,
if
what's happening
Donovan,
Wednesday?
what?
What's the show idea?
Um, have a show idea. What's one thing you want to achieve in 2026? And
Yo,
maybe do an accountability check.
let's do it on Wednesday, man. If you're not busy. No,
Okay, no, okay.
whenever is good. Whenever is good.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
reach out.
Monday is clear. You said Monday we don't have anybody.
Well, I don't know. Donovan may or may not be on, so I'll reach out to him.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, okay. Yeah. Well, that would be okay. Okay. So let's, Dr. Vibe, send me an email with the tagline. I believe you sent me the graphic already. Look forward to gifting you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Appreciated.
Yeah, my wheels are really turning now, and that I'd love to do a show with that. And if people come in, we could go one of a few different ways that we maybe create a group and have a monthly accountability check.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea.
I'll do a monthly accountability check and just maybe form a environment, because I know you love the C word.
You're that close. You're like, let's build this online community. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in real time. So people who are on here, are you up for this? Fitness IQ Cam has given her great idea. Okay. Yeah, because
Do it.
so second, okay. I got to remember, is it the third Monday of each month, the 19th? Okay. Brian and I will chat about this offline. I'm either thinking if Donovan doesn't make it on Monday, we'll do it on Monday. If he does make it, we'll do it on the 12th, but we'll do some promo on it and see and get a name. We'll call it how about the Morning Vibe Posse? And we create, and we first, when we do live, we just talk about it, then we'll take it offline, or
Right.
actually even better if some of the people would come on live on the show and talk about it.
Yeah, put the word out and see who's willing to come on.
Who's willing to do
Or
this?
even if they just send us like a couple sentences of what
on what they're, and then Frequency Event Promotion says, Frank, have a good day, gentlemen and listeners. Happy New Year. All the very best to everyone and all. Okay, Opal Inspired says, go for it. Will you be part of it? Would you be willing to be part of it, Opal Inspired? That would be great. But I'd want to have at least 5 of us. And sometimes smaller is better.
Yeah, I think
actually, you know what? Maybe should we put a cap on how many people?
Yeah, it definitely can't get past a certain number, because when we're trying to hold people accountable, there's a sweet spot there. I don't know what it is.
I wouldn't say right now. The first thing that's coming to my alleged mind is 10 people max.
Gotcha.
Because if we do something offline, we don't want to make it more than maybe create a Discord group and have it offline there. But maybe we want to make some, maybe, I don't know, we can make it formal and informal, a little bit of formal, a little bit informal, and people have some requirements.
Gotcha.
right? So people just can't pop in because we want to make it worthwhile for everybody in it.
Right.
Opal Inspired is saying go for it. Okay. So, and she says that she would like to be part of it.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah, she says go for it, and she says sure, she'll be part of it. All right, we've got one person, and Fit Anti Cam, you said great idea. Does that mean you're going to be part of it?
Right, right, right.
We could, back in the day they would call these masterminds, but
Okay.
but yeah, I think that would be a good idea, and it's not going to be take a lot. Again, just feed off each other and see what's going on in regards to that. It'd be I could invite some people. I don't know if they'd be up for it, but there's one or two
Hey,
people
we'll see.
in my legend mind. I'd just like to invite to it and just see. Oh, look at this! Fitness IQ Cam says, "We, I'm up for it." Oh,
Nice,
that means she
nice.
wants to run it. That's
Right.
what that means. She wants to
Yes.
run it.
Oh, my
Okay, so
apologies. I
yes,
do
you gotta, as
cancel
Paul
this
Abdul would say,
meeting.
you gotta shut up and dance.
All right. But yes, I'll follow
So
up with
we'll
you
talk.
about
We'll
that.
be in chat offline over the next year. So see if we how we bring this thing together. All right, sir. And we'll see
Yes,
you
yes.
on Friday. Be well.
You too. Later.
Bye. All right, family. Ryan is out. So we are thinking about creating I call it a family, the Morning Vibe family. We're gonna use it as and set some goals, etc. Oh, look at this. Fitness IQ Cam goes, no, no, no. She says, me don't want to write, want to, me wants to show up. But it's one thing to show up. You also got to be engaged. Showing up, you could just sit there and do nothing. No, you've got to be engaged also. I think that's a good idea. I'm glad. So we at least have myself, Ryan, Opal Inspired, Fitness IQ Cam. We got 4. I would even run with it if it's just 5 people because as I said, sometimes you have to be smaller to get stronger. I don't want a big, huge group. That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on. But a small group of 5 to 10 people, I like that idea. I like that idea. So Opal and Fitness IQ Cam, thank you for saying you would be interested. Brian and I will work on it offline. Okay, Fitness, I'm engaged, but I'm not hosting running. She goes, start off small is good and add more. See, she's running it. She's already putting the framework together for all of us and add more. Okay. No, like 5 to 10 people, I think would be good. And again, it's only going to be as good as we, the participants, make it. And I think forming our own a Discord group offline, that would be great. Now, okay, all right. So even if we get one or two more people, will run with it. Sometimes a lot of times you just start and build along the way. That sounds good. That sounds good. I like that idea. More comments coming in. I'm just agreeing with what you're saying. Okay. You want to stay out of the running things. Okay. Good stuff. So as we got a little bit more time here, what are people doing for New Year's? Are you doing anything? Are you going out celebrating? Or are you just having a quiet New Year's? What's the game plan for New Year's? What is your game plan? Would love to know. Would love to know. And I'll make sure, I've got to make sure I make a mental note. And then after we finish here, write it down on pad and paper to get the date. Well, send the emails out and find out the date we can do that show and launch our own offline group and just make it happen. That would be fantastic. Any questions for Dr. Vibe while I am still here on screen? We'll go for another few minutes. I know it's the time of the year where a lot of people are just taking a break, or some people are back to work. or just relaxing, catching some, hopefully getting some family time and some peace time. Anything you want to ask Dr. Vibe, or anything, always any suggestions you have for the morning vibe? As I sip on my water. Anyone have any good food during the holiday season? I've had some really good stuff. I've had some really, really good stuff over the holiday season. Some really, really good stuff. I'd just like to know if anyone's had any good meals. Fitness IQ Cam, have you had any sorrel? I know you love sorrel during the holiday season. Opal, have you done it? I know Opal Inspired loves to do baking. Any great new creations over the holiday season? One of the things I had, I think I mentioned on Friday, I was at a dinner and the cook had this Brussels sprouts, cranberry, mushroom. There's something, it was a great mix of things and I really got into it. The Brussels sprouts, oh, it was so Brussels sprouts, mushrooms. It was a potpourri of things. It was vegetarian, so good, and cranberry seeds. Oh, it was so good, so good. Okay, Fitness IQ Cam. I've gotten some sorrow and hiding another stash. Yes, I know in that household you better hide it. You better hide it because I know people will be asking. So you better hide it. All right. What else is going on? So as I said, the first Friday of the new year is this Friday, which is wild. So for today, I got to make sure I reach out to Wayne. Oh, apple crumble. Is there any left? Oh, I'm a sucker. When it comes to desserts, there's 3 desserts that I'm a sucker for, or 2 and then another one. Anything like apple crumble, apple pie, done. And she says, with fruits from my tree. Hello, bonus. Wonderful. Man, I'd like to have some if there's any left. And then carrot cake. Carrot cake, I'm a sucker for. I love carrot cake. And any dessert that has predominantly chocolate in it. They'll, like, when I'm in that restaurant mode and I treat myself to a really nice restaurant, when they go on the dessert menu, I always, what's the most chocolate thing you got? Give it to me. Either chocolate or carrot. All good. Chocolate or carrot or apple, I'm good. Easy peasy. 100%. Now, you know what? I forgot what Ryan said was. You see, I forgot what Ryan said for the tagline. Can someone remember what Ryan said with the tagline for the show is? Because I've totally forgotten now. I've totally forgotten. Because I want to get it over to Frequency Event Promotions. All right. Oh, look at this. Opal Inspired says, I'll save you some. Thank you. C Nurse K says, good morning. I roasted a large leg of lamb with fingering potatoes. I also did seasoned rice and steamed cauliflower and green beans for Christmas Eve dinner. Love that. Where was my invite? I would have been all in for that. Leg of lamb. I don't eat red meat too much, but lamb, I'm in. That's an easy peasy. Good to see you here, C Nurse K, as always. Good to see you here, C Nurse K. Leg of lamb. Oh, yeah. That is good. Okay. Leg of lamb. Woo. Oh, that is good. Hope that. Just typing a message here. You are fine and safe. There we go. All right. Apple crumble. Yes. C Nurse K, hey, all the best to you for 2026. It's been a pleasure watching the show. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And If you're watching live, you can see, or even on the replay, we've got a little banner across the top. That's happening. So going back to what Ryan had mentioned at the beginning, one of the things that I've learned to know better with this platform, I can do things like that, have the QR codes, which you can swipe. And so I said, let me learn some more stuff about this platform so I can we can present it better visually for you. So yeah, thank you for the kind words, C Nurse K. Thank you. And also not only watching this show, but you come in on other shows. I know you come in periodically on Primetime Saturday with Isha and Lala. So I appreciate that. The support. That is fantastic. And again, a big thank you to everybody who's a short-term 1 minute supporter. We've hit 2,000 subscribers. We're now at, let me give you an update on the subscriber count. It is now, okay, we are at 2,020 subscribers. Okay, look at this and all the things going on. Opal Inspired says, hope to get more juicing for the new year. Yes. And you know what? I have a juice and I don't use it often. But when I first bought it, I used to do a lot of carrot juice and I haven't done enough of that. So thank you. That's putting my mind. I got to really do that thing. But thank you. Apple crumble. See, Nurse K says, I'm a foodie at heart. Okay, so you're a foodie at heart. Making things, what sort of food shows? Actually, that was something that happened over the holidays. I was at a dinner and was chatting with a lady in her 70s. And she says, I love to cook. And I said, oh, do you watch any food shows? She goes, yes, MasterChef Australia. I go, no way. I am a huge MasterChef Australia. And she's the first person that I have spoken to who said her favorite food show is MasterChef Australia. We chatted for about an hour about that show. It was amazing. And she's a good cook herself too. Loved it. That was a definite memory from this holiday season so far. The Walamala says, congratulations on the 2,000 subs. Thank you for taking your time to make that. So it's a celebration for everybody. Yeah, 2,000 subs. And remember, only 10% of all YouTube channels have over 1,000 subscribers. The goal is to keep, and I haven't mentioned subscribe, but I'm now on the new, since I hit the 2,000, quiet for a bit, now build week by week, keep on asking people. And it's funny, I've been doing YouTube shorts over the holiday season and they're getting subscribers from my YouTube shorts. Hello. That is fantastic. Opal Inspired says, congrats. Well, congrats, Pat. You've been a great supporter. We need to get Opal Inspire over 1,000. So if you haven't subscribed, if you're into it, please subscribe to Opal Inspire. We want to have her over 1,000K. We want to have her over 1,000K. That would be a great thing. Mala. Appreciated. All right. This is good. Oh, see? Opal Inspired, 67 to go. There you go. She's on the move. 67 subscribers to go. So let's see if we can get that done by the end of January. Okay, StreamYard. Oh, StreamYard got AI clips. That's been around for a while with a number of platforms. Now, I know they have an event coming up about AI clips. I'm going to attend it. And I'm going to see I'll see how their AI clips are. I use another software when it comes to my AI clips, and it offers a lot of features that I don't think I know StreamYard doesn't offer, but it's a separate subscription. And that's another thing I want to put it out there too. With AI, there, as we all know, or most of us should know, there are so many different pieces of AI software out there. Find the ones that you are comfortable with that give you the best return on your investment. which in most people return on your time. Look at this way. ChatGPT is used by everybody, but I was told only 20% of all the people who use it are paid subscribers. So when you're testing out a software, and if you're going to buy a piece of software, my suggestion is buy it for the first month and see how it works for you. Because the last thing you want to do is buy a subscription for a piece of AI software. You buy a yearly subscription, and after 2 weeks, you're not using it anymore. You can't get your money back. So try, as I said on Friday, before you investigate. I know that Fitness IQ Cam liked that one. Sounds great. Yeah, we're speaking it that by the end of January 2026, you'll have your 1K. And Seniors K goes, I like most food shows. There isn't a particular one. I've seen random episodes of a lot of different food shows. Okay. Fitness IQ Cam goes, send your link through here, please. Oh, you know what? Why don't I just do it here for you, Fitness IQ Cam? Let's see if I can do it. Give me a second. Oh, okay. Another YouTube feature. Okay. I got and YouTube. There's a lot of stuff I just found out in a few seconds here. Every time I go on the YouTube page, they're offering something new here. Okay. Yeah, she's at 933 subscribers. If you want to subscribe to her channel, she's into arts and creativity and now doing a little bit of vlogging. But Opal Inspired, let me give the title. There's her YouTube channel. And I just put it out on YouTube. What I'm going to do is also put it out on, copy. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so let me put it, there's the channel. There it is. So I'm also going to copy that and put it out to the people who are watching on YouTube. And the people who are watching on LinkedIn. There you go. Opal Inspire, some free pub. Okay, let's go. Seniors K says, will anyone be going out in the freezing cold to ring in the new year? I always enjoy watching the ball drop from the comfort of my home. I won't be going out there. I don't know if anyone else will be. And I don't really watch any TV or anything. At midnight, call some people, and that's it. So, yeah, that's a good question. Is anyone going out for New Year's Eve? Does anyone still do that? Good question. Okay, Fitness IQ Cam says she has subscribed to Opal Inspired. So there you go. And Opal Inspired says, perfect. Thanks so much. So let me just make sure she's subscribed. I'm just going to take a look. Yes, I just refreshed Opal Inspired's page and 934 subscribers. There you go. Done deal. Done deal. Wonder Bar. So this is what we do here. We help each other out. So we're going to create a community. Myself and Ryan are going to be chatting about that. And then also we've got Opal Inspired, one more subscriber. And YouTube, like entrepreneurship, is the long game. It's not for the large majority of people. It's a long game, not a short game. All right, we got some more comments here. Fitness IQ goes, nope, but I want my grapes shrimp cocktail. Actually, I had some peppered shrimp at one of the events I went to. So I went a little bit off my diet a little bit. My stomach told me, behave yourself, but I had some great shrimp. She goes, why would I lie? LOL. I know you wouldn't about that. And see, Nurse K, I have just subscribed as well. And she said, Did you say the C word? I may be in reference to other people, but not myself, if I said that. Wow. Thanks so much, Fitness IQ Cam. So appreciated. All right. Let me just make sure. She is now at 935 subscribers. There you go. So you've gained 2 new subscribers. There you go. Things are happening. Things are happening. Yeah, man, this show has flown by this morning. But I'm glad I was able to have that show that thank you banner for y'all. So what are people up to between now and the new year? Anything of interest? As I said myself, I've got stuff to do for all the shows. I got to reach out to Wayne. Got to reach out to Donovan. Got to reach out to Carolyn, because if things go as they are, we're gonna have shows like bang, 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 bang. So that is pretty powerful. Opal Inspired says, "Oh my goodness, Seniors K, I feel blessed. I'm feeling blessed right now. Me feel blessed. Too blessed to be stressed." There you go. Okay. Oh, look at this. Walla Mala. I subbed as well. This is what I'm talking about, family. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. 3 new subs. So thank you. Your banner is great. I have never seen that on a podcast. You see that, Nurse K? Just giving it to you, Opal Inspired. There you go. There you go. So now the question comes up. Now, Nurse K and the Walla Mala, I don't know if you caught it. During the conversation today, we've come up with an idea, an opportunity. We're going to form our own little group where we provide accountability / support to each other. Would either of you be interested in being part of it? The C-Nurse Opal Inspired said she'd love to be part of it. Fitness IQ Cam wants to be part of it. Ryan wants to be part of it. And I'm going to be a part of it. Are either of you wanting to be part of it? Because really and truly, if we get a small group of people, I'd rather do the small than going for a huge group of people. Opal Inspired says, thanks, the Walla Mala. Would either of you want to be part of that? We might maybe meet once a month and just check in for accountability, share our wins. Opal Inspired says, I'm feeling like giving an Oscar speech right now. I love that. That is so good. Okay, Nurse K says, I would love to support that initiative. Excellent. Excellent. All right, so I think we have enough to start off with, because we've got 5 people who have said verbally, oh, the Walla Mala too. Of course, Dr. Vibe. Hello. Okay, what I've got to do then right now is send an email to myself to make sure people who are interested, and it'll be formal, a mix of formal and informal, more informal, to share our wins, share knowledge, see if there's any way we can assist each other. So let me just send a quick email to myself. Okay, so Ryan, Dr. Vibe, Fitness Power Woman, all right, the Walla Mala, C-Nurse K, and Opal Inspired. Okay, so we got 6 people. All right, that's fantastic. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. All right. You never know what's going to happen when you do one of these things, especially over the holiday season. And look at this. We've created starting to create a framework for a group that's going to get together once a month, do a little bit of share wins, share accountability. We'll do a show, if not this Monday, the following Monday, on what's one thing you'd like to achieve in 2026. And we'll have a little bit of discussion with everybody. Then we're going to take it offline to our little group. How does that sound? Because then when we get the group members, we'll have to decide what day of the week is best, what time, how long should the conversation be. I will host it, and we'll take it from there. How does that sound to everybody? I'm excited about that. I am really excited about that. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Wow, the time has really flown by. Because we're having a good time. We're not even keeping track of time. All right. Fitness IQ Camp says sounds good. Fitness IQ Camp, praise John, Dr. Vibe hosting. Received. Well, I guess that's one of the things I'm designed for. I've hosted like over 6,000 online conversations, online shows now. CNurse K says thumbs up. Opal Inspired says sounds good. Okay. We're in the framework of forming a group. That is fantastic. All right. I think that is it for today. Unless you have any more comments, I'll give another moment or two. And if, more comments coming in. All right. The Wallamala says 6,000 shows is crazy work. You know what's interesting about that, the Wallamala? It's heart work, not hard work for me now. This is one of the things I'm sharing with more and more people these days. I want you to have as much a get to life rather than a got to life. So this is something I get to do, not I got to do. Does that make sense? That I get to do this. It's not that I got to do it. I get to do it. That's what I get to do this. It's so much fun. I get to do it. It's the bomb. I don't have to leave my house. Can't be bad. Right? I get to do these things. So what are we going to do? A few things. One of the things I want to share with you all is for those who are watching live on the replay, and everybody, subscribe, not subscribe, even a few moments, I want to do this. We'll do another round of fireworks for the new year. All right. Little celebration. Little bit of celebration on that. So, I knew comments are coming. I have a feeling I know who's going to comment. That was fireworks. Yes, it was fireworks. See, I'm introducing things at the end of the air. It says, CNurse K, wishing everyone a blessed, healthy, and prosperous 2026. Right back at you. Fitness IQ, I almost duck in my yard. LOL. Oh, amazing graphics. Thank you. Well, you know what? That's another thing. Make sure you put some time in your life to play. Playing is a good thing. I know a lot of us, we've advanced now in life, and we think that only young people can play. We can play too. Try to see if you can put play in your life. You know? And so there's a big to this for you guys. Smile. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm having fun fooling around. See everyone in the year, God willing. Yeah. And that's a very important thing. After we leave watching this, life happens, right? So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Really manage your time and your energy. Okay, let's do another fun thing here today. That's for myself and Ryan. There we go. Now pulling out all the stops today, hey? Pulling out all the stops today. Thought this is what I was speaking in my mind today about mo- Monday, mix up Monday. Sorry, have a chance to play around with some things. I'm gonna try one more thing and tell me if you hear this. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. All right. So see, Nurse K, you said amazing graphics. The graphics you see on the screen, again, going back, are provided by this platform. Okay. Fitnance Cam goes, I did. Wonderful. Opal Inspired says, Happy New Year, everyone. Great. So what we'll do is we'll end it off. This is for everyone live or on the replay. A big clap, clap, clap. All right, for the last time on the Morning Vibe in 2025. And actually, I got to get Ryan to look up into this. We've been doing this show for a while now. We got to celebrate an anniversary next year. I think, is it 4 years? Wow. I got to find out from Ryan. Or maybe I'll do it. Maybe another thing I'll may have to do over the next few days. Yes. Wallamouse says the signs of GTA San Andreas. Ha ha! You got it. You got it. All right. Yeah, we got an anniversary coming. I said 3 or 4 years. Oh, so okay. So just a recap. All Things Right. Wayne Harris this Friday. First financial first Fridays of the year. Monday scheduled Donovan Ralph Martin from the Daily Scrum. Next Friday will be Carolyn Nicole. She's moving from the second Monday of each month to the second Friday of each month. So note that, and wherever you're following me, preferably on YouTube, you'll see the post coming up on that. Then I think the second Monday of this month we'll probably talk about this group that we're forming, this accountability group. We'll just have what would you like to accomplish in 2026. We'll just have an open conversation. The first show that we don't have a scheduled guest, we'll do that. Then the third Monday of this month, we will have Casey and Bradfield talking about affordable housing in different areas of that. And the fourth Monday of each month, we'll have Emma Ansa. So that is that. Okay. I mean, time is, I'm looking at the time and going, where did the time go? Just like, poof. All right. Let's finish off. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Would like to get to 2,030 subscribers. That's our next goal. All right. Follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. Join the Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com or hit the link that's on the Discord. I don't know if I put any of this stuff in the comments section. Did I? To advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms that I'm a part of, email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. You know what? I'm going to edit this because Ryan told me to. I went too long today with this. All it needs to be is Ryan via his website. That's the best way to get a hold of him. So let me edit that in real time. Yeah, I said, oh, I put too much on today. All right. So with Ryan, there you go. RyanOneilKnight.com. That's Knight with a KN, not an N. If you want to find out about me, taplink.cc/the Dr. Vibe Show. And you can watch replays on this show on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube, and Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube. I'm just going to check if I put all the usual stuff about how you can reach us, all that in the comment section. I think I did at the beginning. Yes, I did. Ryan Knight, show business. Yes, I did. Subscribe. Yes. All that done. Had so much fun. I didn't even keep track of that. All right. So for the last time in the Morning Vibe on 2025, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions. Aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. As always, don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourselves grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both and make it better. I'm also thinking at least periodically at the end of each show, I'll give you a thought to leave with. I did it off and on a while back on the morning, but I want to see if I can reintroduce it again. That's why you need to check into our show. There's always things changing for the better. God bless. Peace to all. Keep the faith, while good. And again, if you're watching this before the end of the new year, stay safe. Wishing you a blessed, highly favored 2026. And celebrate the wins. Small wins become big wins. God bless. Peace to all. Keep the faith, while good. Peace.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.